Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we will see about instantiation. Instantiation in Unity, how we can instantiate a game object or any other type like transform, RigidBody or any custom script and use that in our game. So let's start. So instantiation is a basic operation in Unity or in any Unity project that we do. It is generally if we have a game object, like if we have a prefab, we can create a prefab of game object, that we will see how to create prefab also, and then we can clone it, we can create multiple object of that prefab. So this is called instantiation. For example, suppose we have a bullet and we want to shoot multiple bullet from while shooting. So and we have a single bullet that we can create prefab, and we can instantiate object of like bullet type or any type game object or transform or RigidBody. We can instantiate them and do the operation for bullet. So let's start with bullet only. So this is basic scene. I'll start this showing topic. So here I will create a basic game object, that is cube, and one more object I will create, sphere, and for visibility purpose I will create a material also. Okay, I'll change its color to red and I will assign it to here. It's two material. One is enough. Remove this. Here it is. 2. Q and let it 1. So what I'll do outside is 1 and now it's fine. And here I can say it's a center, but I think camera is a bit above, so it is looking like this. So this is fine. Now I've created some objects and I will place inside it so that it become a one object. Now I will drag it here in project window and it become prefab. Okay, so now you can delete it. I will create a fire system now, and here fire system, we added class fire system and added here as a component. Now I will take reference of that serialize field as a game object, and here bullet, suppose it's not looking like bullet but I'm taking it, and here I'm removing this and adding a function create bullet. Okay, and inside this function I will call from here, invoke, and some time delay I will give. Yeah, so this line means when start will be called, and inside that this invoke is call the function after 2 seconds. So we can see here also invoke the method name in time second. So this whatever time value we will give, this method will be called after that much interval of time. So here I gave 2. Now I will instantiate as a GameObject, bullet, because we are already using name bullet, so I'm changing its name, instantiate, and here I will write bullet. Save. Yeah, so I have saved and I change it to editor, and the component we added here, and now I will assign this prefab here. And also, if you are new game developer, then we should follow some practices, like all the things from project should be in separate folder, like prefab we should place it here. Another is script, duplicate it, and another will be material. So using these practices our project will be manageable form. It will look nice, everybody can understand where we places different kind of things. If other person also there, he can easily understand. So now if I press, we can see it instantiated this cube object on play. So this is the instantiation in Unity, and now we'll see different kind of instantiation. So just press here. So if we go by pressing F12, no reference found, it's not going to its definition, but I will let you know. Like if I am writing bullet comma, here different kind of functions, overload function we can say. So one is bullet, other one is position, at what position we want. So initially our prefab is at 0 position, so without giving anything it is instantiating at center, that is 0 0. But if we give some position, instantiate bullet vector 3 comma quaternion, 1 minute. Okay, I think file place I changed, so it's not giving proper input, so save it and close it. Now close this and open it again, that issue will be solved, I think. Yeah, if I press here, we can see it's giving us 10 overload method. Go to definition. Here we can see there are different kind of overload method for instantiation. One is original object, that is prefab. Second is, as I was saying, position, and third one is rotation. So this is means that whenever object is instantiated, its initial position and its rotation value, how it will be at what position and at what angle it should be there. Another one is same thing, one more is there, parent. This means if some object is instantiated, then it can be child, it can become child of some object which we reference here. I will show you how it works. Third one is normal, which we already tried, and after this scene also, in which scene it should be there, and this much I also haven't tried. And this is same thing, object, and who will be its parent. And this one is instantiation in word space. This is another overload function. This is original. First parameter is original, that is prefab. Second one is its parent, and third one is whether it is instantiated in word space or in local space. So we will see word and local space in coming video. So this is the overloaded method. So we have seen overloaded method of instantiation. Now I am closing this and going back to my script, and now vector 3 we can give different values like 20, 10, 5, quaternion, identity. So these value I give here. What error is coming? What happened here? As GameObject. Is it? No. Why this issues is coming? So save. Let's check what is the issue. So I find out the issue. The issue is when we place this script inside the folder script, that previous class was also exist here, so it was duplicate that was providing error. So now I deleted that, and if I open it, then nothing is there, code is same. So now I'm saving it and we will try it there, everything is fine or not. We'll play this. And it instantiated at 20, 10 and 5, same place 20, 10 and 5, but it is away from camera. Where it is, if I move it here, first make it 0, now we can see it was somewhere here in 20, but this was 10, so it was not coming in camera range, that's why it was not visible, but now it is visible. So we have seen using this initial value we can change object position. Now another thing is if we want to instantiate it in some other type, like I will tell you, suppose I drag it here, I added a RigidBody component here. One minute, delete it. First I will show you as a transform. So either we can make it GameObject, we can keep it as a GameObject, or we can make it transform. So let it as a GameObject, but here we want transform. Okay, so what I will do, GameObject dot transform. Okay, so now everything is fine here. I will tell you some another method also. Save. If I play again, it will be instantiated after 2 seconds at same place. Okay, so I have found the solution here. Actually, I have to typecast it. So this is as a object it is coming, but I have to typecast it to rigid body, and 5 Newton force is enough because our object was going bit up. So let's see. Yeah, so you can see force also applied on this, and we can create multiple objects also like this, like we can add a loop and suppose 20, and this we will keep inside this, and this I will declare outside. Copy this here because referenced every time it will generate a new object. So optimization also we have to do. So now, and here this position also we can give, I think, new vector 3 quaternion dot identity, and here now we have seen GameObject and transform as a transform instantiation. Now if we want some script or any other type like rigid body, okay, so what we will do, we will do it as a rigid body, and from here bullet, everything will be same now, but now this will be as a rigid body. Means if this instantiation object, copy this, and if I add some force, add force, you can see add force is coming. That means this object, this is a rigid body object, means the object whatever is there in scene, its rigid body component reference is there now in this. So if I add force vector 3 dot up comma force mode dot impulse, and how much force, suppose 5 Newton. Okay, save this and keep it 5 and here 5 so that it will be visible in camera. So now if I, one more thing we have to do, keep it in mind, because currently in this object we don't have rigid body. If I place it as a prefab, it won't be placed, I think, yeah, type mismatch, and we have to add rigid body component here, rigid body 3D rigid body, and now it will work. Apply here, sorry, it's tag, but here we have to override apply all, delete it, save. Now after 2 seconds the force will be, oh, invalid, something invalid we did. Yeah, and here I will add random dot range function, and its value will be minus 5 to 5, and in y that's 1, and for z it is random dot range, and it's minus 5 to 5. Yeah, so now I will create it, and I'm instantiating 20 objects. And now if I press play, 20 object will be generated after 2 seconds. And here I can see, if I press play 1 minute, I will make it maximize, and if I press here, and after 2 seconds so many object instantiated. So this is called instantiation. One more thing I would say, for instantiation we should avoid instantiation at gameplay time. Either we should instantiate object at initially in awake or start, and we should instantiate how many objects we needed, but in between gameplay we should avoid instantiation. So that's it. So this was the video on instantiation. We instantiated object in all the possible way. There are many type also we can use, but mostly we use it like I instantiate object as a game object, as a transform, and as a rigid body, and then we added force here. We can add velocity also. So these are different type of instantiation example I gave. So you enjoyed the video. Hope you like this video and got some knowledge. This video was basically for Unity beginners. So if you got something by watching this video, like this video and subscribe my channel for future video, and you can press the bell icon for latest notification. Thanks.